Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Agadi and me with my being Agadi, and you guys being the me part because you guys are joining me on this journey called life. And today for life, silly baby, we're actually going to be talking about my breastfeeding journey. Well, I decided to start it off as I am actually pumping because baby, no, come here. No, because baby didn't wake up because he just had his vaccine, so he slept all day long. So I decided to go ahead and pump. And who is that? And they're talking to baby, ¿verdad? He just woke up. I need to actually start off with, guys, not everyone is perfect, and their milk is not going to come in when you guys expect it or how you guys want it to, or even any of the above. So actually, let's start off with August 25th, the day that my baby was born. So I was able to breastfeed him at the hospital, and I selected to do only breastfeeding and not breastfeeding in bottle, which meant that I literally had to try to breastfeed at every moment in time that he was hungry. So with that, I started off with just learning how to do it, and I had watched videos and everything. They didn't exactly tell me how to do it at the hospital. I don't know if there was, like what they call an international lactation consultant at the hospital. I just know there was lactation consultants, and so with that, they didn't really say how to do it. They just said to do it, and I said, oh, okay, I know this, that you get a baby, you put it on your chest, and the baby eats. So that's pretty much what I was doing, and he was eating. But what happened was that I actually went home 24 hours after giving birth. I was discharged, and with that, I didn't know exactly if how or if I was making any milk or breast milk to feed my baby. With that, it was a little difficult because I could tell my baby was still hungry, especially at night times. At the evenings, it seemed like I wasn't refilling or I wasn't making enough milk, and so that whole week we literally had to give my baby the Similac bottles. We had to give my baby the Similac bottles that we got at the hospital, which I actually took because one of the lactation consultants said, we actually provide this. I know you're breastfeeding, but if you don't want it, you can give it away. If you don't want it, you can keep it. And I said, no, I'll take it. And I said, because I don't know, what if my baby's still hungry? I don't know. And so she said, don't think about it that way. You're going to be making enough. And so, as I didn't relieve her, I decided to take the pack, and it came with these little liquid Similac bottles, and also with 2 Similac containers for formula milk. And so that's when my feeding slash breastfeeding journey, supplementing journey began, because at night he would not stop crying. He wouldn't stop crying. He was so fussy, and I felt like he was still hungry, and I felt like I knew he was hungry. So we would just quickly make the bottles, because I was like, well, he's not sleeping obviously, and he doesn't have poop, so we would just be like, okay, bottle. We'd give him a bottle. And so until those ran out, we started just giving him some formula bottles when he went to sleep, when he saw that he was still hungry. So that was probably for my first 3 weeks. I felt like I wasn't producing enough for the whole day. I just felt like I produced enough to feed my baby, but not exactly enough for him to be super full and super chunky once, ¿verdad, bebé? And now he's super chunky. And I'll tell you guys how I got to this point in my journey where I'm actually even pumping milk, where it seems to be like one breast is even producing enough for him to feed, and then I have some actual bags in like stash in the freezer. I don't have like a whole, and my machine unplugged. I don't have necessarily a whole stash. I don't have a whole freezer full. I have a couple bags. So, and that's been recent for this month. It also has been because he has been sleeping more through the night, so I have to pump out my milk because I do get full. I do start feeling engorged, and you have to pump it out, because if you don't, I don't know what else. Like, you can't sleep. Your breasts are hard. Alright guys, and so like I was saying, I have now even been pumping, even have extra milk, But I did go through those moments of like frustration and like really being not desperate, or I kind of desperate, like to have like more milk. Like, what am I doing? I thought I probably wasn't eating enough calories. I thought I wasn't probably just eating the right food. Yeah. Or drinking enough water. I don't know. I thought I was just doing everything wrong, and I really don't know if I was or if I wasn't. I don't really even know how my milk came in. I'm pretty sure it was probably the lactation brownies I started taking. I saw lactation brownies, I guess because I was putting in or Googling how to produce more milk, and somehow all of that went through my Google or Instagram, and I started getting targeted with ads. You know how that works, right? So then I started getting like lactation brownies from, it's called Milky Mama. So Milky Mama actually produces like lactation cookies, brownies, herbal like drops, and also smoothies and shakes. And I actually got the lactation brownies and the drops that I still take every once in a while, even now. Um, so with that, I can say that I feel like that really did kind of jumpstart my milk, because I felt like I just wasn't producing enough, and now I seem to be producing regularly, and I don't know what else it could have been other than that, because of the fact that I wasn't producing regularly, and I wasn't refilling regularly, and I wasn't producing enough, and I felt like my breasts just weren't, like, you can tell when they're filling, because you know when they say, oh, if your breasts are soft then they're empty. Yeah, that's not true, but at the same time, you know when they're empty. I feel like when he's just not getting anything and he's just yanking or something, and he just doesn't seem to get milk, right? So right now, I am starting to have more of a regular refill and feeding baby, and we're gonna stop here and we'll continue in a little bit, because I'm gonna be going out. I'm gonna be having some lunch. I'm gonna be yep, taking baby on a field trip, and we're gonna be doing his fall photo shoot today, so you guys can go ahead and watch that as well, because he's a beautiful baby. And so yeah, so far I am 7 minutes into pumping, and that is because my thing disconnected. So I know I'm 3 minutes in, and I don't know how in this video is because I keep continuing to stop it. But I'll show you guys right now how much milk I have compared to like not having anything or enough. How much I have to pump that's going to be going away into storage. So yeah, so that's a big difference. It's not just like it's basically extra milk, because I fed him from one breast and it was really engorged because he slept for so long. So I have to pump the other one because he's not going to be eating right now. He'll probably eat in another 2 hours, but by then I'll have more milk, so I can put this one away. Before I go, I wanted to show you guys, this is my pump. I have the Ameda Maya here, and I do breastfeed on my couch, so this is kind of like my spot. And yeah, I actually have 2 ounces, 60 milliliters in 7 minutes. So yep, there we go, nice and white. My milk is not very fatty. I wanted to try to fix that with also the lactation brownies and all of that, but I don't know, my milk's not fatty. It's just not. It's really white, it's not yellow. So yeah, now let's go.